And how you doing? This is Coach Big Pete of Deep Dish Football. Good afternoon. It is time now for Deep Dish Football Game of the Week, Week 8. Week 8, yes, it is Week 8. Minooka versus Oswego East. I have done the Oswego East season so far, so it's time now to do the Minooka Indians season so far. And they are looking good. 6-1. Only loss was their first week loss to Oswego High School. The biggest news before the season was the hiring of Terry McCombs. Terry McCombs, ball control defensive head coach, uh, Hall of Fame coach, great staff. Brought in Coach B from ACC. Uh, you talk about one of the smartest hires of a school in the IHSA. You have to go to Minooka. And Minooka was very smart in hiring Terry McCombs as their head coach, bringing in a coach who is basically a ball control defensive type of coach that is needed, especially in that conference of the suburban Prairie South, or the SPC, whatever it's called. It's a smart move. Southwest Prairie Conference. Sorry about that. Southwest Prairie Conference. It's one of the smarter moves in IHSA football. Terry McCombs, Hall of Fame coach, like I said before, did a great job. First one loss. Now was the first game. Oswego tightened things up, and they had the first win against Juliet Central, win against Plainfield East. Their big win was against Plainfield North, Plainfield Central, Romeoville, and last Friday night was their win against Juliet West. Now they go to Oswego East, their homecoming game, and in sort of a, you can say, sort of a miraculous, not miraculous, but a surprising season for Minooka. They were 4-5 last season. Now they're 6-1. Clinch a spot in the playoffs. It's big game against Oswego East. What they need to do is what they should be doing. Macomb football, basically. Hold the ball, um, chew up much, chew up a lot of the clock, and basically play defensive football. And it's two different types of teams, and you have a speedy, athletic, quick strike, fast and furious type of offense in that of Oswego East, and on the other side you have a ball control, uh, smash mouth offense defense, great offensive line. Derek Wentworth, you got a great possession wide receiver, and sort of so fast too, wide receiver in Cristobal. Great group of linebackers, kids that have a strong mental toughness that fixes the way of the coach in Coach McCombs, who does a great job with Minooka football, especially this being his first season as the head coach of Minooka. So it's going to be an interesting game. It's two different styles, two different types of coaches between Coach McCombs, Coach LeBlanc, um, two different two different approaches, and I think it's going to be a really good game. I think for Minooka to win, and this is going to sound stupid and cliche, um, very cliche. No mistakes on either side of the ball, good special teams, and benefiting off of Oswego East mistakes. They can win. They can win in Oswego East, but they have to do that. Basically play smart football. And they can't get greedy. You know what? Put in a couple few trick plays too. That always helps, especially against uh, a defense that is planning that is basically planning for a McCollum type of offense, and he's a well-deserved, well-known coach, Hall of Fame coach, and it's good to see him back as the head coach, and it's going to be a good game. My big thing is that the Minooka offensive line and that Minooka secondary is going to be key in this game. It's going to be an interesting game. But they had good games. I think their biggest win was against Plainfield North, just as Oswego East was their big game against Oswego Plainfield North, and their biggest loss was to Oswego, just as Oswego East. So it's like these teams are marrying each other, but in different ways, and it's gonna make for a good game, good storylines, and everything else for Deep Dish Football Game of the Week, Week 8, the Minooka Indians season so far. It's a good season, and McCombs deserves all the respect in the world for what he's done with Minooka this season. That whole staff and Coach B too. He left ACC for, I think it was Minooka. Maybe it was 2 seasons or 1 season ago. I'm not really sure, but he did a great job at ACC, and he's now with the staff, that former DGS staff, as he was with Coach McCombs. But it's looking good, and so the week 8, Minooka versus Oswego East. Keep it here. Make sure you're following Coach Big Pete and Deep Dish Football on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Also on deepdishfootball.com. We're going to do the whole analysis. Going to start with the rosters after this video. Go through video. Talk about some players. Talk about especially Derek Wentworth, that offensive line, those great linebackers. A little bit about Cristobal. It's going to be an interesting week talking Minooka versus Oswego East football. I will be there for the sophomore game as well Friday night, so it's going to be good. So see you then, and be sure you keep it on deepdishfootball.com for the whole pregame analysis for this whole week. Thanks, and have a lovely day.